Yo, what is up guys? Gonna share today in this video. We're gonna talk about Sakura. We're gonna be talking about her old and new cat. We are gonna be concluding whether she's actually good now in the game or not, whether she was worth the Shinobites on any of her banners, because currently we have two banners for her. One is featuring her old cat with the guaranteed ultimate in the third step, and then we have the new banner which doesn't of course guarantee anything, but it has the new cat, two new very rare cards, and the new ultimates. So yeah, we're gonna start with the rare cards that are featured right now in the old banner that again guarantees you an ultimate at the third step. So we're gonna be talking about the healing jutsu, the medical ninjutsu at the beginning. So at some point in the game, she was like the best healer in the game before Tsunade came into the game, and she got much better healing jutsu. But yeah, at level 6, she does healing of all the allies on the same floor by 1610, and the CP cost is only 50, the cooldown is 5 seconds, so she right now heals you. If you take her as a sub, or if she is your main, you can heal your allies on the same floor every 5 seconds by 1610. Now, the healing is not that crazy because I mean, right now we have defense characters that can go all the way up to 27 solid or 28 solid HP, and if they're about to die, you're gonna have to use your medical ninjutsu like 20 or like 15 to 20 times to actually get them to full HP again, and that is probably gonna cost you around 750 to 1000 chakras just to get or to heal fully your allies to max HP, especially the defense types. So yeah, her healing is not really the best in the game anymore. But then again, healing is not really that needed anymore in the game because of the nerf in attack missions, and it's so easy right now to go without a healer in any fortress in the game without a healer completely. So if you decide to not take her healing, it's okay, but anyway, you have a healer. If you decide to use her as your sub character, I would say that it's good to actually use her healing jutsu in her kit, because I mean, you never know, maybe you get like you do some stupid move here and there, and then you get poisoned or burned by Saratobi, for example, or you lose a lot of HP from Sarada or whatever, and then you need the healing from Sakura. So this medical ninjutsu is actually still useful, even though some people might disagree with me, because man, I mean, the attack mission has been easily nerfed, and now it's so easy to go without a healer. So the second thing we're going to be talking about here is the attack post. So the attack post is, or the chakra control attack post, is a small effect. It only affects you and all of the nearby allies in the same floor, of course, by 15%, only 15% for ninjutsus and ultimate jutsus. However, it gives you 50%, around 50% for regular attacks. So this is something I just discovered. It's like attack posts are kind of different from regular attacks to ninjutsus and ultimate jutsus. I always thought that Shikamaru's ultimate give you 100% attack in everything you do in the game, whether you use your regular attacks or ultimate jutsu or ninjutsus, it doesn't matter, you always get the 100% attack post. But no, it's actually different. Like, the regular attacks get more post, so in this case you get 50%, and the ninjutsus and ultimate jutsus, they get less post, which is only 15%. For Shikamaru it was 100% for regular attacks, but apparently it's only 50% for ultimates and ninjutsus. So this attack post is only a small effect. It lasts for only 7 to 8 seconds. I guess it's like 7.5 seconds. And yeah, 10 seconds delay. And yeah, so it's only 2.5 seconds that you're gonna go without this post if you have to use it over and over again. The next thing we're gonna be talking about here is the Cherry Bird Cherry, which is that she performs a heal drop causing damage. So this is a simple attack. All she does is that she uses her heal to attack the enemy, and the power is 6920 at max level, which is 8, because this is the very rare card from the old cat, and 36% critical rate. 7 seconds cooldown, and it's actually not that bad. You can use it right now because it does enough damage to kill enemies after you inflict defense debuff on them using this summon jutsu you got from the new cat, and you can get only this card from the banner we got earlier this event. It's only in this banner for now, and basically it's 7 seconds cooldown. It does exactly the same thing as Amaterasu that Itachi version 2 has. It debuffs the defense of the enemy by medium amount. Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's just one of the best attacks in the game right now, and it goes through walls. Unlike Itachi version 2's Amaterasu, it does go through walls. You can take down installations from behind walls easily. So this is something I would say is better than Itachi's Amaterasu. But however, Amaterasu for Itachi version 2 was ranged. You can use it from far away. This one you cannot. You have to be near the enemy to actually use it on that enemy. And it does only one hit, so it could miss sometimes. So if you were to choose between Amaterasu and this one, I would say that both of them are pretty much in the same level. However, Amaterasu is kind of still better because of the fact that it does double hits, and even if one of the hits miss, the other one does, and does hits, and the fact that you can like throw it from far away and still hits the enemy, it's still actually better than going all the way next to the enemy to use it, and sometimes it also misses. So yeah, there you go. She is, with that jutsu, is actually very useful in attack mission as a sub character because she can debuff the enemies for you, and you can then attack them and kill them easily. The next thing we're going to be talking about here, or the last ninjutsu that she has here, is the chakra control heart, the critical rate. So she raises the critical hit rate of all allies on the same floor. The effective is medium. The effect is medium. That means it lasts for 10 seconds. And as you can see here, it's the cooldown is 10 seconds. So it's exactly the same amount of time. Like it's the same time. You can use it over and over again without losing the critical rate on you or the allies, of course, on the same floor or around you. So what it does, that gives you around 20 to 30% critical rate. I couldn't really get the exact amount, even though I had to like test around maybe 100 hits. I still couldn't get the exact amount. So for regular attacks, I mean, you always have this critical hit right here. So as you can see in the stats, you have the critical rate. This is only for your regular attacks. However, for ultimates and ninjutsus, they have their own critical rates. So the critical rate is added to any of these critical rate amounts. And then you end up with, for example, here you're going to end up with the 46% to 56% for your regular attacks. And for your ultimate here, for example, you end up with like 50% to 60%. Sorry, to 40% to 50%. So yeah, if you were to choose between critical and attack post, I myself would choose the attack post because I kind of don't like the RNG of the critical post. I would rather go with the attack post because I know for sure that I'm gonna get the 15% attack post on my ninjutsus and ultimate jutsus. So some people would rather take the risk and get the critical rate. I mean, you will end up with 50, most of the time 50% critical rate. So half of your hits or attacks will always do the 50% extra damage from the critical hits. But yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about it because this is an RNG game. Why not just take the critical hit rate and play with RNG? But I would rather take the attack post with me over the critical hit there. So these are the kits basically. The only thing we're missing here is the ultimate, the new ultimate because I didn't pull it. So we're gonna be talking about the old ultimate first. I have it at level 5. It's exactly like the new one. There's pretty much nothing different except for the fact that the new one has a better range, and she doesn't have to jump onto the enemy to actually use her ultimate. She just uses her ultimate wherever she is. She doesn't have to move. So this ultimate, the old ultimate, the Cherry Blossom Clash, it works exactly like Minato's ultimate, except that Minato teleports to the enemy to use his ultimate on the enemy. she has to jump on the enemy. That's the only difference. And it has the same problem that it sometimes messes. For example, if you are under the confusion effect, you will not have a target, and that means your ultimate will not have a target, so you will jump anywhere. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses and goes somewhere else. So this is probably the problem of this ultimates. However, the Cherry Blossom Glory, the new one she got in the last kit, that one pretty much fixes this. She just attacks wherever she is. She doesn't have to jump, she doesn't have to move. It has a bigger range. It probably has the same range of her jumping into the enemy. So yeah, I would say the new ultimate is so much better than this, and the base power is actually better. So you end up with more damage at high level. But of course, I mean, most of you probably have this ultimate at high level. So I would rather still use this ultimate if I have it at high level compared to the old ultimates with level 1 or maybe level 3 with less damage basically, or base power. So yeah, this is Sakura. She is really great. If we're gonna use, you can use her now in attack mission and Sam. She is amazing in both places. Maybe she is not really the best in every part. However, she like takes the best features in pretty much a lot of good characters in the double S tier and put that in her kit. So if we talk about Sam, the best sub character to boast you is basically Shikamaru with his ultimate that gives you 100% attack for your regular attacks and 50% of attack for your ninjutsus or ultimate jutsus, and then he also gives you the 100% defense, the 30% or 40% critical rate, and then the evasion rate, which is 100% from regular attacks and like 50% from ninjutsus and ultimate jutsus. So I would say Shikamaru is so much better than her as a support character in Sam. However, if you don't have Shikamaru, you can still use her right now for Sam to support your allies in Sam. So you can now use the attack boost and the critical boost at the same time and give a pretty okay boost to your allies in Sam. You can also use the summon jutsu here to debuff the boss of the Sam to like in case the shurikens had a comeback in one of the next Sams. I mean, at some point, Itachi version 2 was the only good debuffer, or maybe Sasuke version 3 was also good. But right now we have Sakura and Itachi with the medium damage, or sorry, the medium effect. That means she is actually good right now for debuffing the enemies in general, and even in the bosses for Sam. So you would probably rather take her over Sasuke version 3 in case Sarada with her shurikens become good again in the next Sam. Okay? Alright, so this is how her kit would look like if you want to take her as a support character for the Sam. So if you want to boost your friends' ultimates before they use them, you will have to use the critical rate up and then the post for attack. And then in case there's some more HP that are left after you use your ultimate, I mean, you can use your old ultimate, the new ultimate if you have it with much more power than this one. Well, you can then use the summon jutsu here to debuff the boss of the Sam to actually do to have an easier time taking down the rest of the HP that the boss has. But in case you're actually gonna take her as an attack mission sub or maybe as a main, she would be actually good as a main in case you just started the game. However, later when you start playing the game in attack mission more, you will see that she doesn't really have a lot of damage dealing kind of jutsus, and then even with her heal drop and the defense debuff, she cannot do this alone, and most of the time she end up getting the enemy into the red zone where where the enemy has to use the ultimate. I mean, I've tried using her a lot, and to be honest with you, she got me only like 30% win rate. She's so bad in doing damage even though she has a defense debuff. So she will always need help to finish the job. So I would rather take her as a sub in attack mission, and this is how her kit looks like. First of all, you're gonna need the healing for sure. I mean, if you're gonna take a healer with you, you would rather take the healing for her, of course. Um, Other than that, I would not use the boss here. The boss are pretty useless because most of the time you will, like, especially if you are in the Children League, most of the time she will end up alone in one room and she has to, like, manage with herself. So we're gonna have here the bird cherry, which is going to be the main way she does damage with her normal ninjutsus, and of course the summon ninjutsu where she debuffs the enemy with the effect, the medium effect, to actually do faster damage to the enemy. Then of course the ultimate, you can choose whatever the ultimate again as you like. I would rather use the new ultimate in attack mission over the old one, no matter how much power you have, because she will not actually mess in case she has to use her ultimate. So the new ultimate would be much better in attack mission than. Now we're gonna be watching exactly 3 clips. One of them as her as a main character. The second one is gonna be her as a sub character. The third is gonna be her soloing the boss, the Sam boss, in Sam number 8. And yeah, you can see then how good she is, how useful she is in multiple places in the game, and she actually does deserve the Shinobites for her kit right now. So is she really good enough for you to spend your Shinobites, especially if you are really saving them for a very good character? I would say if you are an old player that already has a decent team, I would say no, because I'm pretty sure she's gonna get outclassed very soon with a better supporter in the game. I mean, so far she is decent. She has a lot of features in her kit. However, every one of these features is not that great. It's not crazy. The defensive buff is probably the best. I would use it in anywhere in the game. However, the healing is not the best. The damage, the overall damage she does with her kit is not that great either. Her posts are not the best either. And yeah, I'm pretty sure she will be outclassed soon by other support characters. However, for now, if you just started the game, I would say that she deserves the Shinobites. She is a great start, and she is probably going to go far in the game. Even when she gets outclassed, she will still be useful for a little bit more time. So yeah, if you have the Shinobites and you just started the game, I would advise you to go ahead and pull for her on both of her banners right now. Try to get her full kits. Especially if you just started the game, you can keep re-rolling and get her full kits from her banners. The new ultimate is much better than the old one. You don't have to go for the old ultimate now. And yeah, this is Sakura, guys. You are gonna be watching right now the 3 clips, and hopefully this video was useful for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next video. Enjoy the rest of the video. See ya.